Hey everyone, welcome back to Form of Therapy. Today on the Culture Study, we're catching up on some older YouTube releases. This is Mark's Golden Hour. A handful of my fans have been wanting me to check this out, so I'm excited for it. I love Mark, both in NCT Dream 127, NCT in general, him as a person, him as an artist. Child was really interesting, unexpected from Mark, opening about his insecurities and expectations, and how people view him. So I'm curious to see how Golden Hour is going to turn out. With that in mind, if you enjoy our content, remember you can always support us over on our Patreon. I believe, checked out the NCT U album, the Golden Age album recently. If you want to check out that listening party, you can. What did we check out recently from NCT? Oh yeah, it was 127's Fact Check album. I did a listening party for that. If you want to check that out, that's also on my Patreon. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily if you don't want to, though. If you want to just support us free, you can like the video down below, and you can also subscribe. Easy, free way to support the channel. All right, let's get into the video. This is Golden Hour by Mark, and this is your form of therapy. Oh my God. Heavy, just loud guitars right out the gate. Ooh. A present from the assistant. This is so big, like a glacier. Oh my God, that was clever. Oh my God, that was so good. I got a big. This is how they trust the people. Where did you just come out from? Whoa, what are all these images? Top in your face, 도망가. Hey. 죽은 never come back like a bounce. Stop to laugh and shot the count. 운명의 마가운. Boy, give government's allowance. Ain't never enough. Snapping like branches, break time off, shake them all, kill them all. 일찌가 지켜와내 course, turn back and front door. Cut the clock, cut the check off the cuff, going off tonight. Keep my drawer on the glass, talking pinot while we put them. Wow, that image was really cool. The visuals of the frying pan and like the wine glass pouring onto it. So yeah, I'm gone. When it's all said and done, girl, I want you. Whoa, these shots. Wow, there's such a weird, unnerving tone to the music video. It feels more like a film.
You know, we live in a world that constantly tries to take you away from you. Everyone's being everyone but themselves, here but not around. Wait, but what does that mean? I really don't know how I'm calling Gordon now, 'cause it's the she calling golden now. 하늘은 노른 자가 shining. Yeah, I don't know how to make it, but then I'm not stressed. No one will never go hungry. I'm calling Gordon now, 'cause it's the golden hour.
Ooh. Man, wow. The music video is probably one of my favorite things I've seen this year. It's so artistic. In fact, let's jump back and take a look at the video. Just I don't know if this is referencing anything in specific with the paper mache masks. I don't even remember where I saw it. Um, I'm sure there's multiple different films that have this kind of an influence. I think the one that I recall is from a movie called Frank, where they had this kind of a look, and the even the art style and the masks are actually really unnerving, which kind of adds a little more to the video. The video has a very unique quality in kind of, yes, there is very beautiful visuals and very beautiful artistic framing, not just cinematic framing, which there is, but just artistic framing. The whole video's in a 4:3 format, but it also feels a little claustrophobic and enclosed. But then there are these clean visual shots where it looks like an egg yolk, yes, but it looks like a beautiful visual artistic exhibit. And both in the way the video is cut and the way the video is edited, especially this shot right here, it really gives off that vibe. I'm not quite sure if he was directly influenced by one thing in particular. It just really gives me very either European cinematic vibes or just indie filmmaking in general. The whole music video feels not like it's influenced by anything, but more like Mark being unleashed. The golden hour feels representative of so many things. Both lyrically, he says like the golden yolk is shining in the sky. You know, it could represent the sun. I'm not quite sure how Gordon Ramsay fits in. Maybe it's because Gordon Ramsay himself is a critic, and based on what he was rapping about in Child, golden hour is now, and just take the word golden hour as well. It just sounds so bright and beautiful, and perhaps it's Mark, you know, after a year saying like, I don't give a fuck. I'm unleashed. I've become fully powerful and embracing my who I am or what I want to be, or trying to figure it out. He says at the end, we live in a world where the world wants to take you away from you. People being everyone else except for themselves. You know, commentary on just how fake people can be, or perhaps even where we use social media or looking at other people's lives, always trying to be like other people and not being true to ourselves, always trying to be somebody else, always trying to change or be different just to fit in with the crowd rather than just being present. And I thought that was a really interesting line. His opening line as well, I wanted to revisit this. Give me my acorn. It says all egg scramble. Ice is so big like a glacier. First of all, love that. Serve with my cash. Gourmet plating. Serve with my cash. Gourmet plating. Wow, what a line. I love the way he does this too. He says, she looking at me with no patience. So dangerous. This angle, the way he's looking and rapping. First of all, the lighting is very this harsh cinematic lighting. They're, I think, genuinely trying to go for that dramatic American film aesthetic. You can tell even by the set and the props that they acquired. But the way he's looking at you, it's like he's rapping to you and you are the waiter. You know, he's saying like, she's so drained, like she's looking at me with no patience. It's like he's at a diner table and the waiter's waiting on him to take his order, and he's rapping to you in that perspective. That's probably my favorite part of the song. I got a really big problem. I got a really big problem. Excuse me, waiter. What does he mean by make that golden yolk make it right? Oh, God. Oh my God. The kitchen could be interpreted as either the rap game or the industry itself at large, but wow. Overall, I'm going to say I love this. I'm sure you guys love this too. I think my favorite takeaway from this is the big influence on trying to make this look more like an artistic exhibit. This doesn't feel like a music video for Mark's Golden Hour. It feels like an art exhibit, and a peek into Mark's mind, his evolution, especially since his last NCT Lab video with with Child. So this was an interesting evolution. At first, I thought, man, why isn't Mark just debuting solo? But I think it's because with Golden Hour, both Child and Golden Hour, he's still finding himself, and he's finding himself through these NCT Lab videos. And whenever he's good and ready, I'm sure he'll go for that someday. But it's really interesting to watch his process and see how he's growing even further, even though he's already been an incredible rapper and artist all this time. But I'm really blown away because he really comes off like just, I don't know, the kind of, I guess, artists and rappers that I grew up watching and listening to, the really artistic and just lyrically poetic, subversive type of artists. I mean, Mark has always been that way, but we've mainly seen him through group songs, and he only does it for certain verses. But for him to do it across an entire song and make it entirely about himself, he's a guy who has a lot to say. So I'm looking forward to that solo rap album in the future, to look forward to what he's got to say. But with that in mind, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to Golden Hour by Mark. Really blown away by his artistry. I have got to stop saying blown away. But my God, did you guys hear that? Those drums right from the get-go, from those loud, dirty guitars. And the song sounds so dirty and messy, doesn't it? And grungy. And he has a couple lines that are maybe even a little insinuating as well. And he tries to be a little bit coy and get away with it a bit as well. So on every level, 10 out of 10 for me. No complaints all around. With that in mind, if you enjoyed this reaction, hey, consider liking the video down below and subscribing. You can always visit our Patreon to support the channel further. You can watch our other videos over here. And wow, Mark's Golden Hour. Incredible.